to your feet.
Hey.
And bring your welcome to the world. So I am a confidence coach, leadership coach. I'm also a future husband-to-be as I got engaged the same day that Christoph called me. Surprisingly, the person I am today, 3 years ago, I was not that person. So 3 years ago, I was going through a very hard time, did not know where I wanted to be, did not have any sense of direction. I remember going to church that Sunday and telling someone, I couldn't get any sleep last night. It was like, why? I was like, well, I was contemplating suicide last night. I didn't think anything else about it. I didn't think it was going to go any further than me telling them until 3 days later. That Wednesday night, I go to church and the church officials look at me and says, you have two options. You can either go to the hospital on your own, or we can take you there against your power. I was like, you can't do that. you can't just hijack me and just take me somewhere. It's like, well, our main focus is your safety. So I was like, well, you're not about to just take me, so I'm going to go under my own power. It was like, well, you can't drive your car. Hold on, so you mean I can go under my own power, but I can't drive? So I was like, well, I don't like driving. I don't like riding with other people. So they was like, well, you got no choice. I went, and I'll never forget, I looked at the guy driving, and I said, if I didn't kill myself, you're definitely about to. He was like, how can you be so upbeat? I was like, I don't know. It's just who I am. I have humor in some of the weirdest things that has happened. So I got to the hospital, and they asked me what was going on, and I explained it to them. It's like, well, I'm suffering from depression, and I'm just ready to end it all. It's like, empty your pockets. Like, what you mean empty my pockets? It's like, you got a phone? Put it on the sink. You got a charger? Put it on the sink. Your ring, we need you to take it off. Your watch, your belt, your shoes. I was like, hold up now. You can't just take my shoes from me. It's like, got strings on them, so we got to take them. I'm like, okay. So I remember staying the night in that pod, as we call it in South Carolina, which is weird to me. But I stayed in that pod for 12 hours before they moved me up to the 3rd floor, which is what they consider their psych ward. Going up to the psych ward, I did nothing but sleep the entire first day. Then I get a little ring to the room. They call me by my legal name, which is DeMarco. And they was like, DeMarco, you can't stay in your room all day. I said, look, I don't want y'all messing with me. I don't want y'all bothering me. Leave me alone. I just want to sleep. Well, you got to interact if you want to get out. I said, oh, how long I got to interact to get out? They said, whenever we deem like you're good enough to go. So I remember walking out the room and interacting with a bunch of other people that I did not know from a grain of sand. And we came from pretty much the same background. As the week went on, I remember the physical therapist, well, not physical therapist, but the therapist coming in and telling me, you have what we consider severe depression, code red depression. The only way how you can find your way out is through taking your own life. And so you'll never be able to motivate, inspire, or influence other people like everyone else in the world. They said, oh, we also want to tell you, your health insurance declined, so you have a $19,000 bill. So I said, it's one thing to tell me that I will never be able to achieve something in my life. But it's the second thing to tell me I got a $19,000 bill when I make it for attempted suicide. It was like, well, we got to let you know. I was like, you can let me know that as I left. Or send me a bill in the mail, whichever one works for you. And so I remember staying there 3 more days after they told me that, and I finally got released. They asked me, they said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm about to go out, I'm about to make a change. I said, they said, I can't do this. Don't believe me, just watch.
Come on.
As I left out of the hospital, went home, I started up a podcast, which was called Talk That Matters, where I talked about my life growing up, to me, one time cheating in relationships, to fully just suffering from depression, and how I want to inspire others to build up their confidence and their leadership. So if there's anything that you can learn from this today, we all have issues that we deal with, but how you carry yourself and how you believe in yourself is what's going to take you to your next level.